city. Detroit love. Can't nothing stop me. Detroit love. I love my city. Detroit love. That 3-1.
Welcome to another episode of Middle Ground with JLE L.L.C, where we treat you like family. That's the thing, Detroit Love, off my first album, The JLE Experience. I own the music and the copyright. Do not mute on Facebook. We have another amazing guest for everyone today. We have me, author, musician, CEO, and host of Middle Ground with JLE L.L.C, where we treat you like family, and founder and host of new show, Middle Ground with JLE, Ground Floor, where we can agree to disagree and still be family. Crazy name of the show, but it suits it. So what led me on this path for this new show? Well, like I said, when I first started the show back in 2020, I like to call that Pop the Trunk when I was doing it on my iPhone. Doing the old school. I would cover all different topics. Daily stuff. I didn't really get around relationships too much, but a lot of today's topics or events that was going on. Had a few people on. So, I kept doing it for a little better, a little more comfortable. And like I may have mentioned before, I stopped because I finally graduated August 2020. Then I was on the job hunt. Then I got a little depressed for a minute because putting applications everywhere. It seemed like I would get out the green uniform as custodian, but I keep reminding myself what God got for me is for me. Stay the course. And I didn't get the job yet, but I just refocus on the hope of, okay, you will. So, early 21, by the time March rolls around, a friend of mine, it's my family right here. What up, though, Cynthia? She's gonna be a guest on the new show. We chop it up on other stuff, on mental health and other stuff. Really chop it up about it. Go get a new book too. Crazy Didn't Get Me. Great book. Great book. And my boy mom, Dr. Lisa Fuller, I saw that her show was on Anchor. So, me being a nerd that I am, like, what is Anchor? So I started researching, like, what is Anchor? And I found out it was audio podcast. And I'm like, man, that's what I'm talking about. Because I'm introvert, I can be extrovert, but I don't like people like that. But yeah. I'm talking about, everybody has some fun on Saturday nights at 10:30, baby. It's gonna go down. We're gonna do it. Grounded safety conversation. And I looked at my degree on my mantle, still gotta get my championship belt. I'm a wrestling fan. And I'm like, put the same effort in that you got that degree and see where this takes you. We got another person. I appreciate that, Queen. Randy Smith Randolph. Appreciate you. And I was just still doing what I was doing from the iPhone, but using the audio because it was kind of cool. And then I came across Chris Mattoon, my first guest ever. Good people. He got a great book, Cheating Death, the 10 Thriving Life Principles. Great book about his life. And he introduced me to the Detroit author scene and interviewing people. Because I'm like, the last time I interviewed someone was, freshman year of high school at Cooley High School. I think 92, 93. And this when the Pistons was at the Palace in Auburn Hills, Michigan. And I interviewed Isaiah Thomas and met him. He was a cool dude. I'm like, I ain't interviewed nobody in a long time. So that's the interviewing component came in like, well, you did do it. You wrote in the school paper, so you got a little journalism in you. Utilize what you got. Like, okay. And then Major Shepherd L, second guest ever had. Black Bottom Bread, his book, which should be a movie about his life. compelling story. And then more people start interviewing to where, okay, you gotta get up to interview thing, but it was cool because everything was audio, send a link, it's cool. But when God got a plan for you, man, he ain't got no little baby pond plan for you. He thinking like oceans, so it started getting to the point the more people I kept interviewing that I came across the small business cheerleader, Tisha Hammond. Shout out to her. Great person, showed a lot of love. And she had started saying, it's a great platform that you got going. I got a lot of people, entrepreneurs, people that would be great for you to interview. And she did. So then I had to start reaching out to other people on my own, just like, well, you got to see what's in these LinkedIn streets and start reaching out because God wanted me to cover all career fields to help someone find their purpose by giving a snapshot of that career. So I'm racking up shows, racking up seasons, and like anything, you got to keep evolving with the technology. People want to be able to engage with the people. Like, okay, StreamYard. So research that. Like, okay, well, now have a way for you to engage people, create a YouTube channel. Well, I did have one, but started using it a little bit more. Got something else. That's true. God plans are massive. And so, yeah, family. That's a whole word. Yeah. You gotta get out there fun. That's for sure. And I ain't gonna lie, today you watched the first episode, I was terrified. But Kobe graduated class of 96, that became my guy, like Mamba mentality. Rest in peace him and all the people in that helicopter. So I was like, walk through it. Don't be scared. Don't be no punk. I'm from Detroit, baby. Stand up. And I realized it wasn't that bad. Just you got to be comfortable in your skin to be you. Then I started researching a lot of other shows, how to interview people, to learn a little bit more. Because I always do research. Never stop learning. If you're gonna do it, be the best at it that you can be. So I started learning where we treat you like family. So that's going to be the niche. I want the people to be very comfortable to share their story and talk about themselves. And some come across and you learn hey, there's no, I got your moment here. No, I don't know where you was 10 o'clock at that bar. This ain't that type of thing. It's all about giving you your flowers so I can get that last question because I need that Yoda game. You be calm, chill, relax, and give someone trying to find their purpose the best advice possible you can give them. And show started growing to where I'm in season 9. This is episode 11. Still crazy. I've been mandated by a family. The chaplain herself, Mary Wells, that I gotta get to 1,000. That's a process on that one. But I'm looking at then shout out to Russ Hedge, someone who gave me some knowledge that you don't just have a podcast, you have a TV show. So start thinking bigger on where you're trying to take it and the purpose that it's on, what you're trying to do. So always steady trying to get better, keep learning. I was soaking up data and I came across a teammate in Gina King. Shout out to her. And I'm working to do some more great stuff, but I never forgot the origin of Middle Ground with JLE. The first show was I covered all the topics. Hey, family, I'm doing it. Get out the mud, give it to God. Ain't gonna stop doing that one. And it's been a process. Okay, how can I bridge the two? Because I know people want to have some grown, sexy conversation about stuff that everybody deal with or go through, and be entertaining as well. I mean, you got a lot of different stuff out here, but I know I could bring my flavor to it. Because that was how the show really started before it birthed out, helping people find their purpose. So I want to give you the education and give you a little bit of entertainment at the same time and bridge it all together. Because when I came up, his friends would come over and we used to have many nights. long time ago, 90s, when I smoke weed, drink. Don't do none of that. Don't help you. Stay healthy, work out, all that good stuff, people. But we would chop it up about life stuff and have engaging conversations. And we could agree to disagree. I'm like, as I would chop it up with people and date, they're like, people I know don't do that. And then if I brought them around, they'd be like, man, that was kind of cool. We just hung out at the crib, played cards, and had engaging, stimulated conversation about stuff like. I mean, when people don't get down like that. Like, we do this all day. So I'm like, that concept, like, I know I can bring that to a show. And originally I had wanted to have a co-host, but coworkers, she wasn't feeling that. I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm still gonna do the show. So now I think it's time to bring the second show, Middle Ground with JLE Ground Floor, where we talk about, if you go on Spotify, you see it covers politics, sports, relationships, music, entertainment, lifestyle, business, other stuff. And this can be, have a few panel type people and conversate about these things, have a good time. And like the new tagline for that show is, where we can agree to disagree and still be family. There's nothing wrong with healthy debate. We see it differently. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's good. You might learn from the other side. And so that's the point for the Saturday show. That'll be at 10:30 at night with my co-host Terry Mason, who I interviewed a few seasons ago about her salon, because she been doing that for years since we graduated high school in '96. I've known her since, man, 5th grade. Guess middle school. Wow, long time ago, when everything was cheaper. And when we got a foot of snow, we still had to walk to school. It ain't like the nowadays. Kids got it gravy. It's gonna be negative degrees. Y'all stay home. We couldn't do that. We had to get out there and get to the school, and they say it's closed. And walk back mad as hell. Man, thank you, family. Thank you. This show definitely want this to be the one where you can unwind and have a good time. Talk about some things. And so it's been like, okay, I'm working more as a brand too. And it took a minute to make Middle Ground an actual company. Because I'm like, well, you want to got a business degree, be about your business. So this is more like the brainchild of, okay, you started it that way in the beginning and it veered off to something awesome. I crack jokes like being the Moses of help you find their purpose, but I mean, the great people I continue to meet that's willing to share their story to help someone find it is humbling and awesome. I get a front row to hear some amazing life stories and challenges they went through to persevere. Pretty dope. And it's, I mean, the fact I got 500 plus connections, 700 followers. Appreciate all of you. Definitely like get all of you on the show to share your story or come to the next one, chop it up about life stuff. I only did LinkedIn for a class project, so I'm still like, wow. Your vision is coming to fruition at the pace it need to come. So this one ain't trying to rush it, but it's like, okay, you're spearheading this. You got a co-host. Well, you talk a lot of smack, so it's gonna be some banter. But I talk a lot of smack. A lot of people think I can be very serious, but I believe in time and place for everything. Middle ground with JLE is business. I'm trying to help people find their purpose. So my goal is to do whatever I got to do to make the guests feel comfortable to share their story. That's why I come with that approach. This one's going to be a little more laid back, where we could talk a little trash, crack some jokes, have a good time. Okay. Learn something new about number 9. Pretty dope. So yeah, I think I'm covering the show. Like, yeah, right now I think it's a good time to do it, and timing is right with the co-host. I did come on little questions to make sure I stay on point with this. Every equation, yeah, that's true. So, what you can expect with middle ground, JLE ground floor. If you see a certain episode like my family and Cynthia with Viva's on there talking, we just kind of Vera started talking trash, cracking jokes. That vibe is the ground floor. You're gonna see that on the show. But even if you don't agree, you're like, okay, you had a hell of a point, but I ain't feeling it. But okay, that's your point. Cool. Whatever we talking about here right now. I get my brothers on here. We go hard about Marvel DC stuff. And that's like a intellectual dissertation about why they did it this way or that way. That's how we get down. But it'd be entertaining. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Cynthia. So it's like, in politics. Who don't have an opinion about politics? No, local politics. You know, a lot of people have opinions on why should you vote or not vote. I mean, relationships. There's so many different levels and layers of conversations about that. We can talk about all day. You know, like the first topic tomorrow going to be pretty awesome. Like I ain't really thought about it. I don't think I ever did that to nobody, but it's gonna be pretty cool. You got 10:30. Check it out, Eastern. That's right. Yeah, you know, get your popcorn. Get your wine and chill. You're gonna learn a little something. It might spark conversation in your home. That's some witty debate yourself. Like, okay, that was a good topic. And that's the point. Have a good time. I want to educate you and you have a good time. I want middle ground to be one stop shop. We ain't got to go nowhere else to get entertainment or some education. Have it all right here for you. And keep evolving into where the goal is. I will have a broadcasting company. That is the ultimate goal with this. That the Lord put on me that I need to do. Well, I have other people doing their thing. Hook and Crook is going to be the thing. That's coming. I don't know what year, how long, but that will be the ultimate goal. It will be there. It will be worldwide. But enjoy the process. I'll promote myself. Well, this is Middle Ground with JLE, where it treats like family. Keep tuning in to Fridays at 8, Saturdays at 7. Merchandise and website still in development. It's coming. I'm booked until mid-April, which is I'm humbled and thankful. I already got my homeboy end of May. Maybe do a few things about mental health since that's mental health month. And start maybe incorporating themes to certain episodes. Definitely with the other show. I could probably do a little bit more with that. So I'm like this show, I can really show my creativity and my thought, even my team, my co-host, her thought process about it. Really give you something to enjoy, because it's been like a way to even have this conversation about like, man, okay, I made the intro. It's nice, but it ain't Don Perignon yet. I'm gonna get it to Don Perignon, but it's nice for me. I want A1, but it's nice. And I definitely want for the show to be just, the middle ground is not real, where you're gonna be comfortable. You're gonna learn something, get to network with other people within the middle ground, and have a good time. And man, I don't know what I'm pretty sure. Who knows? Might go viral, but we might have one show that everybody you can attest to that you're through it on any of the topics because everybody deal with life. But it's how you do life together. In the middle ground is going to be that place where I want it to be where you and the fam could watch it. So I want it to be grown and sexy. I'm pretty sure Dr. King used to unwind and talk about stuff on their own and chop it up and have a great time. I mean, to me, that's what I saw my brothers and his friends do. Well, it was normal, so I thought everybody did. Yeah, my bad. I forgot to change the connection setting because that crap does happen. Sorry about that. We back. Yeah, I normally use my personal hotspot because internet connects be acting up at times. But I got it back and we back good. And thank you, Randy, for thanks for that. I can't put it on the screen because that was from last thing. But she put thanks, bro. You had a link. I've got the X prepared for an hour and 10 minutes. Okay, she got her own show she's about to do. Okay. Thanks for that. Look forward to middle ground success. Appreciate it. We back rolling. We back good. I totally forgot to switch the because I leave it on just the regular internet connection, and that bull devil don't like when you talk some real stuff. But firm leave, slap him, put your foot on his throat, and keep doing business as usual. I like that. You're a wealth. Appreciate that, Queen. And that's gonna be the show. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Even gonna have some people around I grew up with, went to school with on the show. I think that's gonna be real fun. Cause man, the time just reminisce back in high school. Those probably be some cool shows too. Maybe had Squad on the show. We had Squad reunion in a long time. And the fellas. That'd probably be cool as well. Then my brother and they friends, they bring a lot of knowledge, especially about relationships and life, politics, business. You can just sit back and listen to them like, okay, this is gonna be fun. You know. I appreciate that, fam. And I had to learn that through life experience. Yeah, hey, my journeys be transparent about a lot of stuff. The secret to that cool and calmness is early on in being married, we had a lot of adversity, and I learned I couldn't show frustration. I had to stay steady. So it became a superpower now where good, bad, and different, I stay steady because I really had to during that time period. Because anybody that deal with panic attacks, I pray for you that you deliver from it. That stuff it is real in the field. But when you talk with the Lord, He give you the game on what you need to do. And I'm a strong believer in leaders lead, good, bad, and different. So I ain't got time to be flinching on nothing. I mean, they did everything to the Jesus Christ, man. So what I got to flinch for? And I went to Cooley. They should be gunfire all the time in school, still go to class and learn. So sad to say, battle test from Detroit bred. Should nobody have to deal with that, but hey, it is what it is. Your story is for you, and it's gonna help you help others. For sure, stay steady. What's been my biggest challenge on my journey so far? Wow. I know I ask a lot of people these same questions, but it hit a little different asking myself. It'd be from the creator perspective to make sure I'm doing the way it needs to be done so it come out right. When I wrote books, I never really went through the whole process, so it's kind of like, well, how would it be received? And my first book, Inspiration, keep working, keep grinding, keep praying until you achieve your goals, had transition thoughts. A lot of people have told me that they still read it to encourage them to be better. And man, that is so humbling. For sure, fam. Ain't no flinch, ain't no need to. God got you. Anything else, put it under your foot and walk on it. Keep the party going. And I have to be reminded of the magnitude at times of you've done some stuff that God wants you to do out here that's helped people. That's pretty massive. I'm always focused on the work so I can get tunnel vision. Just grind, grind, grind. Like, man. So I'm trying to learn to stop and look up and see what's taking place. Or people keep reminding me to enjoy the process. Really see it through. And like with music, that process, check out my interview on Jam with Jason Medford. That was a dope interview about, I don't really talk about musician side a lot. And man, that's like me at my most vulnerable because that's the essence of who I am. I ain't me if I ain't working on music to some degree. So to talk about it was kind of weird, but your story ain't for you. It's for other people to help them out. So to have something play in your head and record it, edit it, and release it through the whole process, then it's more like, okay, do people what do they get from what they hear? And I ain't realize a shout out to Ireland and Scottish people because I had a lot of their vibe on in the JLE world. They didn't pay attention to it. They got some dope sounds over there though. And now as a CEO, the goal is to make this profitable to where I'm living in my purpose and doing more with it. But it's a process, and I'm building my team as I go. That's going to help, and I'm grateful for the help they've shown so far. Even now I got a co-host and Terry, who pretty sure she got a lot of love. Got a lot of love for her. A dope in-depth conversation we had, so we can have a vibe right and bounce off each other as co-host and host. So with a show, it's like, I mean, it's even weird right now sitting here talking about, okay, I have 2 shows now. Like, wow. I didn't think just getting my phone recording the show from jump was a big deal. Now we have the premiere of the second show tomorrow night. And I'm an excitable type, but I can't be reserved because I'm more like, okay, there's everything in its place. I can be a little meticulous, make sure it's what it needs to be so people get out of it what they're supposed to. I want to be perfect, but I know it won't. So it can at least fall to great. That's kind of my thought process with it. And I'm like, like I set up Wednesday night till like if you notice I start posting about all my social media platforms. I fell asleep at the table. the Journals of a Creative on iMovie trying to figure out how did I make the video that's intro for this show. I'm like, dang, what did I do, man? I know I did it. I had to delete some crap so I can start moving pictures and flyers the way I want. And I wake up almost at 11, 12 o'clock. Like, man, you want to have this done. We got to do this. Screw this. We're going to miss some sleep. We grind back into college. We're going to grind tonight on this one because I want this done. And then I can just keep working to get it better over time. And I got it done. Polished up the flyer and I post everything about them. Post again later. And probably early let people know the show coming out tomorrow night. And got a good guest coming. This flyer ain't gonna have guests on there. Just tune in to see who's gonna be on the show. I mean, it's more prevalent for this show because help people find their purpose. So I want you to know what executive, CEO, author, whoever, what they're doing. So you can get a glimpse of who this person is and what their career field is. So if there's something you might want to get into, you know what to look forward to. But with ground floor, yeah, the grind is real, fam. For real. With ground floor, yeah. You have to tune in and see what we're talking about, who's going to be on there. But you're going to enjoy it. I had to get back into grind mode because I took 2 days off because I had to work last weekend. Has people canceled, so I took that as taking vacation. No shows, don't do nothing. So you didn't see nothing last week, and I'm still kind of in chill mode Monday too. Like, okay, grind, get back on the grind. Time waits for no man, so you can't be lazy. You want this to be what it need to be. You got to keep working at it. And now I'm back on the grind mode with it, where okay, what's the ideas next to keep making it better? And when I do get it to a studio, what studio gonna look like? Because we ain't stopping. It's everything I'm working on. It's slowly but surely coming to life. And remember, the tongue breathes life and death. It's power in the tongue. So what you say will come to life. So pay attention to what you're speaking. Are you speaking good stuff for you and your family, or are you speaking some bad? Because it's like God got soldiers, devil got soldiers. So who you talking to gonna roll for you? So don't say I can't do nothing, I suck. They're gonna be right there saying you're right, you suck, you piece of garbage, you ain't gonna do nothing with yourself. You don't want to do that to yourself. You can do anything. If you gotta go research it, you can do it. You need to speak that of yourself and get after it. For real. What has been my impact on my journey so far? I do think probably at some point, maybe on a website, or maybe someone start a hashtag middle ground or something. How the show helped you. So I've done over 9 seasons, over 150 shows. You heard something that inspired you to keep going. To say you didn't, you're lying. I'll tell you that right now. You're lying. You heard something on this show that is what you need to hear at that moment. I'm a fan right here saying that right now. Yeah, I'm glad I did it because I thought about like, well, You ain't got to do a show like marketing, marketing, marketing. You had that marketing class in business school. What are you doing? Use your show to market the new show. Quit playing. I know. Now you talking to yourself, and yeah, I know. Go to Canva, make a new flyer. Yep. Go post all your platforms. Let people know. Yep, yeah. I know you don't want to do it, but get to work. Get to it. Handle your business. Do your duty. That really need to hit us tonight. Glad you tuned in too, fam. She definitely gonna be a great guest on the new show. She hilarious. Her, Tiffany, Paris, she gonna be a guest coming back. A lot of people I didn't interview. In the future, I will interview other people I do know on other platforms. Have some personality. The middle ground will be personality. It's gonna be a whole vibe where you enjoy yourself. But I do think the impact of my journey so far, the JLE brand in total, you got help some way. Whether my daily posts or daily devotionals, people call them, which I'm working to put that into a book, so that could be like your 365 dose of you need some motivation. I've said something that God told me to post that can help you for that day. So that's coming too. And I'm still working on Order of the 12th Intellect, my political thriller book. It's gonna be dope. That's gonna be a movie at some point. I know it will. And I'm gonna be executive producer. You can't turn my stuff to trash, man. You gotta do it right. Gotta do it right. And man, the first time I did this, I didn't think I could talk for an hour. If you go to my YouTube channel, I got my very first one on there. See, this is my family right here, man. She post this fam right here for real. Posted dope. And I started doing it working midnights in Wayne State. I get done with all my work when I was custodian, be at my laptop. You start, guys started talking to me, writing a song or something, and I would post something. Then I stopped for a while. I forgot what made me start doing it again. But there was at least 3 times I was going to stop posting stuff in the morning. And a few people, and God know who to put in your path so you know what you're doing is what you should be doing. In those days, I was really like, man, I don't need to keep trying to wait on God to tell me something to post. There's a lot of positive inspiration, motivation people out here. I got Eric Thompson's of the world on people. That's a dope dude. He's motivated me. Shout out to him. And they were like, man, every time you post something, be what I need to hear that day. I'm like, wow. Crap. That's part of your brand now, bro. Where you can't. Nah, this ain't my brand. My brand is working on the music, book, podcast, blah blah. And I hear it again. Not me. I'm hard headed. I told you, God. Sometimes gotta yank me by the ear to make me get on point. But the third time I heard it, like, okay, I'm surrender, not me, and I'm gonna keep posting. I mean, I post later in the morning because I be having meetings at work. Then when I get a moment, I always stop and I pray what you want me to say to the people. And I'm thankful He always give me something new that put down because I could go through the list of notes and just copy and paste. But like, nope. What you want me to put out here that's going to help somebody, and He keeps showing love that it's always something new. And I see more people engaging those posts. Like, wow, before didn't nobody there say a word or liked it or repost, but okay. Like, I mean, I'm just starting to notice people are starting to get on board with the brand, and that's awesome. So I know they're gonna get on board with ground floor because now we can have a conversation about, I mean, just for example, because anybody that watches like, well, what's the example of something the show gonna be about? Because people need spoilers or a little snippet. I got you a little teaser. So you can have something, say if we're talking on lifestyle. Did you ever have a moment where you felt you should have did something and you didn't, and you regretted it? Say you had an idea to apply for a certain job you came across online, but man, I ain't gonna do it. And you regretted it and you never told nobody. And because you regretted that decision, you veered off the path you're supposed to be on. Because you've been mad at yourself deep within without telling somebody. And now it's the time for you to confront that and let go of it and get back on track. And what God got for you is for you. So whatever it was, it could be there, but better. And this time you actually go apply for it. And you start getting on the path where you need to go. So that's an example of the ground floor. Now, I guess a funner example would be, let's see, relationship topic. Did Kevin Samuels have a point in some of the stuff he talked about, for example? That's someone everybody heard of. And you have a panel of people talking about it. But the perspective of my show, think before you speak. Put some thought into what you're going to talk about. Because people are watching. Don't be you. Don't be somebody for the camera. But what you think? And you being you, the vibe is going to be there. The conversation is going to flow from there. And then you're going to have some, just talk some smack day. If the Lions win the Super Bowl, what are you going to do? I ain't going downtown for a week. They probably going to the bars. They probably going to close. People ain't going to go to work. Have some fun stuff like that. So it's going to be something for everybody on the ground floor. And it's going to be a different dynamic having a co-host because Carrie, she cool, chill, and talk a lot of smack. I talk smack, so that's going to be dope. And people I know, we talk a lot of trash, so I'm going to tell people, hey, don't get out of hand. It's my show. We ain't gonna talk like we talk off camera. Don't coming on show disrespecting. I get rid of you. Like Martin say, get to stepping. Get out. We talk a lot of trash, man. Like, hey, G classified. That ain't for the ground. That ain't for the JLE. That's not for the JLE brand. That's when cameras ain't rolling. Because I don't want to cut up. I don't want nobody like, oh man, Jeff, that boy is a nut. I want nobody like, Jeff, come on, man, what you doing, bro? I want to get those calls. Like, come on, man. Did you really flip off like that? Did you really have to? I mean, you supposed to be the good Christian. I tell you, like, I'm saved. I ain't perfect. My dad was a pastor, so I know what the dark side look like. I kill, but don't push me. Pac was my man. Yeah, I'm a legend. Yeah, I'm silly as hell. Hey, I'm a musician. Blame it on that. I'm a creative. My imagination is vast. Like I tell people now. I remember when I got my degree, and I think my homeboy was over, my father-in-law, my wife, and a few other people. And I'm like, since I have my bachelor's degree, I am affluent of a scholar. I need a nickname for that. And off the top of the head, Egbert von Farnsworth III Esquire. That because I'm smart now. I got my degree. They bust out laughing. Like, what does fool come up with Egbert von Farnsworth III? Egbert, I remember from the Looney Tunes. The little kid that Falcon Leghorn used to always try to educate that was real smart. That's where I did get the Egbert from. The rest of it just came to me. And they like, this dude really like, and hey, you gotta play the part. Nose up. Yeah, I'm a scholar. I'm Egbert. Yes. I'm smart now. I have a degree. Yes. Yes. I know M equals MC squared now. And they were just dying laugh like this dude crazy. Like, hey, you gotta be. hey, hey, thanks, fam. Hey, try to give you what you need. Just imagine ground floor gonna be number fun on Saturday at 10:30. And when I started telling other people, they're like, he got a nickname. Like, yeah, because I'm a scholar now. Like, I dropped out, changed my major 3 times. I missed out on parties and fun from 13 to 20, nonstop, year round going to school. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. When you start talking about my degree, yes, Egbert von Farnsworth III, Esquire. Yes, I'm that guy. Yes. And I know a little bit of everything in business now. Yes. I know a building is a person. That's the weirdest stuff I ever learned in business when I read it. But yes, it's a person. It has feelings. Let that sit on your spirit, as Country Wayne would say. And his kids are awesome. It's a building. What? Who comes up with this stuff? That's business. Or here's another great one. And I debated this teacher all day. I made people in the class laugh. I'll give you a little something fun for the moment. It was advanced humanities or advanced humanities. No, human resource or advanced human resource. One of the two. And we were talking about, we had getting groups, research, whatever topic he gave us. And someone came up with a ride sharing company where only women would be like an Uber for women at night. I've been indoctrinated in my illness, so I'm about the capitalism. Like, that's a great idea. Is she over drunk or high 3 in the morning? Yeah, a woman should drive her home. A dude wanted a job, he was denied. He wanted a suit. So we had to debate the pros and cons. So I'm like, teach, hold on, man. That's a great business model. Who cares about that dude? It's other go, you got Uber, Lyft, go somewhere else. Get a taxi. And he started coming with the bylaws of human. But what are discrimination laws, Jeff? Like, he come with this Bible, this bull jab. Yeah, sex, origin, creed, race, blah, blah. Like, dude, it's still a great business model. What are you talking about? This is America. We're trying to get money. And we just kept debating, like, Jeff, stuff like, dude, so you mean to tell if I come up with a great business idea and someone I don't want to let in, they get upset? Are you kidding me? Man, we trying to get money in America. What are you talking about? Teacher was down laughing, like, you know my point, Jeff. Like, I get it. You can't discriminate against nobody. I get all that. But it's still a great business model. You know what I'm saying? What you call me? Everybody Farnworth. She said it wrong. Von Farnsworth. You close enough though, fam. Close enough. But we just had a moment in business school. They're like, "You crazy?" Like, dude, I was half asleep till we started debating this. Like, it's America. We about making money. Screw his feelings. You can get another job. Nah, that's not how you do it, Jeff. Oh, good point. Good question. Ground floor will be on the same ones. My YouTube channel, Middle Ground with JLE. My Facebook page, Jeffrey Edwards. And LinkedIn. Same as the same platform, all three at the same time. I thought I had that down. That's a good question. Where's Aaron? Yeah, so same just like Middle Ground now. It'll be ground floor at 10:30 Saturday night. Same 3 channels. So you get the notification LinkedIn, ground floor starting, or if you connect with me on Facebook, you'll see it. Or Instagram, they don't do that yet. But I try to give everybody, if they want people to know about it, send them to my YouTube channel. I send them that link. And you click on notifications, let you know when it's available. You're welcome. And it's gonna be some fun. And when I thought about time, because working with her time, 'cause she works. But I'm thinking about anyway, like it makes sense to do this show like around 6, 7 on Saturday. This is Friday night, it's Friday 8. But that one, yeah, later in the day at 10, 10:30. Let's be real. Since the world has changed, COVID, people are up. If I wake up for a minute, middle of the night, I scroll through, see what's going on in the world. I see a lot of people up on LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever. Like people don't really sleep no more. So people up. And there's a lot of reruns on Saturday night, unless you out partying or going to see a movie or something. You might as well check out my show. You're gonna have more fun. And I'm gonna have some great guests for you. Where you're gonna get a laugh. Now, some people I know that's really crazy. I don't know yet because I still have a brand. And I do take that like, okay, you have a certain brand. I ain't trying to have no one too wild on the show because people are like, wait a minute, I ain't trying to go viral like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that type of attention. Mm-mm. Yeah, like, always protect your brand. Know what your brand is. Just a little business tip for you. So don't have no one that's that wild drunk uncle type that say anything. If that ain't your brand. That's your brand. Do you? Do what you feel. But if your brand ain't for all that, like yeah, if you can't tone that down, drink some tea, nah, you don't need to be on the show. Mm. We got parameters. I want grown and sexy. That's the vibe I want. And you still can have a lot of fun. Cuss word might slip in there, but I told you, Mike Illich, they indoctrinated your boy. I'm about this business, so you ain't messing up business. This is my name. My name is Don Perignon. Ain't no bull jive. Well, I try to be because tell you hang around me, you'll think I'm a nut. But this is business. I am the CEO and founder. So, like I say, you got to move in the right environments. When the cameras go off, I talk a lot of smack, crack a lot of jokes. Like, okay, this dude crazy. But it's business now. That's still gonna be business tomorrow, but that's gonna be more laid back business approach. That's for the entertainment value. So you're gonna be entertained, then learn a little something. Middle ground, it's all about you learning something, finding your purpose, and having a good time along the way. I want you to have a good time, then learn a little something, because every topic we talk about, you're gonna learn a little something. So make sure if it's needed, I'm gonna research and have some stats and all that good stuff, because don't come on the ground floor just all men are dogs, all women suck. No, don't come with all that. What's your stats? We don't do that. We don't do that here. We don't want to do no generalization. Where your stats at? Pull them up. Let me see, can I find it? Then I'm hear your point of view, but you just come from generalization. No, we ain't doing that. That's a good example of the grown and sexy at the ground floor. That's not on the guest list to get in talking like that. Think before you speak. Make some sense of what you're talking about. You ain't got to be an expert, but act like you got some folks, your parents at home. Someone raised you well. Act like you got raised right. You're not acting public. Don't get brand new. And we all come from that generation. Like, hey, when you acted up and they made that phone call, what happened? There was some consequences waiting when you got to the crib. So don't get all brand new because you're on the show. And as it keeps growing, you might get a little shine or something. Hey, do you with your brand. I ain't mad at you. Get out here and get yours. But don't get brand new. We don't get on like that. I always stay humble. I don't watch more people I've admired fall away from humble, fall down, and come back. Hey, I'm not. Come on, fam. I'm not lying. Hey, I'm November 2nd, 1978. Quit playing. Yeah. When you had a village, when you came home, when your neighbors, hey, don't you be acting up. Don't mess with them kids. You know the ones they be stealing. Don't you do that, Jeff? Like, okay, Miss So and So. They're gonna tell your mama. So act like you got get some act right. Cause back then you got that whooping, some straighten and follow. So don't get crazy. Act like you got some parents at home. You heard teachers tell you that back in the day, and you knew what it meant. Like, if I take this trip to the zoo, don't act like no crazy person. We gotta get kicked up out of here. Don't you do that. That was real. That wasn't no game. That was real life. I mean, I can imagine now you probably need more male teachers around to balance it out because back then you did. And as a boy, you got a little too much testosterone. I ain't probably didn't say it right, but you know what I'm saying. And you probably look at the female teacher, man, bump with Miss So and So saying. But when that Mr. Gibson's like, hey, sit down. Oh man, I ain't about to mess with the old boy. He might flip me. I'm chill out. We probably need to do that balance back in the schools again. That balance. Not saying a woman teacher ain't awesome and they don't hold them down, but a little backup don't hurt. Because boys, we can be on some bull jive. I mean, we had a lot of great teachers when I came up where you already knew. Single file, man. Stop talking. I don't want to come back here. She's gonna put us on front of everybody, and I'm gonna have to. I mean, you're gonna have a problem because I don't want to hear this right now. So yeah, I like you guys are folks at home. But like I say, I do research. So what I try to give you with the middle ground that I'm gonna give a little bit more on ground floor. Yeah, I watch a lot of these other shows, see how people do it. Like, why don't you get on there and get all? Come on, man. You ain't got a lot to kick it. Be you. Being you is pretty all right. Me, I'm a cool, chill nerd. Got a few talents, utilizing them. Got a little sense. And I'm a nut. Love to have fun. I try to see the world in a positive perspective. There's enough hell on earth where I'll be drinking Jack all day. So yeah, I might say, well, it can always be better, even if it's a bad situation. That's how I look at it. There's enough people saying the world sucks. I don't need to do that. But I also got the side where, hey, the other personality that don't play no games, he's watching cartoons in my mind 24 hours a day with security guards. He come out and talk to you, that's Thanos. It's gonna be a problem. You done messed up. I don't like to argue. Mm-mm. My sister and her husband, before they got right, they straightened me out with all them type of crazy debates and arguments they used to have back in them days. I don't like to argue unless I really need to. So yeah, if I gotta argue with you, it's a serious problem because I don't like to do that. We can have a grown conversation, figure it out, keep moving. I mean, these vocal cords, it's here to make money now. So can't be doing all that with you. I ain't going back and forth. Got time for all that. Cynthia over here in Florida just cracking up for it. I'm pretty sure. Well, I guess somebody else getting a good laugh too. Got a few people watching. Appreciate y'all tuning in. But this will be ground floor. You know what I'm saying? But I got a co-host, and she cute, cool, smart, intelligent, and she talk a lot of smack. So I'm tell you right now, she try to get on there being all innocent. Don't buy into it. Don't buy into it. I bought into it and I was wrong. Yeah, I'm doing the first shot right now. I was wrong. She talk a lot of smack. And it's going to be cool though, because that's the point of the show. I want y'all to have a good time when you watch it. It's Saturday night at 10:30. And I'm not that much of a Captain America type. I know some people have a few drinks. We all grown. I know y'all do what y'all do. That's your business. But you can watch my show while you do that. Stay hydrated. Eat something. Don't hurt yourself. And check out Ground Floor. And then tell somebody. Help your boy out. Spread the word. Spread the word about middle ground. Help me help you. Get this thing. Gotta get it going. Keep it spreading more. Gotta get sponsors. Gotta try to get this over the globe because people need this type of fun, I believe. It's a good time. And you ain't gonna feel bad talking about like, yeah, I watched that show, but man, I feel dirty. Ain't nothing to feel dirty about over here. Good, clean fun. Grown folks fun. This was what I was taught about my elders. This is how grown folks chopped it up. When they would debate about who was the best, Marvin Gaye or Smokey Robinson, someone like, oh, here they go. Or, oh my bad, Prince and Michael Jackson. Like they both sweet. Well, Prince better. Like, well, they sing different type of stuff. So, tomato. Both great artists. Or when I was a kid, Boyz Smith and Jodeci. A little bit before them, New Edition of Guy. So had a music conversation. That could be who win a battle. I know here in Michigan, it used to be on Fridays on 92.3 FM. They had a battle of, say they'll play Michael Jackson versus Luther Vandross music. And people called in and see who won. Forgot who that DJ was. And you listen to dope music all Friday night, like, dang. I don't know. Would I say Mike won tonight or this one? So, we might have a debate. Okay. Who would win the well, I ain't gonna say dance off because I think Mike is Jordan with that. That's just me. But you got people that do sing Usher on them. But let's say who would be a better artist? Bobby Brown and Usher, for example. They kind of similar. And the conversation will go from there. Like, well, Bobby has some hits, Usher has some hits, but I like this, like that. It's subjective. Just like with sports. Spoiler alert. Some people are going to say the greatest quarterback, Tom Brady. No. The Dark Knight, Joe Montana. He's 4-0. Yes, Tom Brady got 7 Super Bowls, but they did cheat for a few of them because they burnt the evidence. This is factual. Spygate was a real thing, not fake news. Joe Montana didn't cheat for nothing. Tom, he's a hell of a quarterback. He was the last pick and carved out a phenomenal career. Shouts out to him. He retired for the second time, I think for good now. But that's going to be a sports kind of type of debate, And I know some people probably don't agree with me, but hey, it's my opinion. I watched Joe Montana walk him down the field and beat people, come back and beat them. That was my dude. And then, I wasn't a Jordan fan because Bad Boys, Pistons is one of the greatest dynasties ever. They could score and defend. But they were so thuggish with it. Everybody was getting punched in the mouth back then. We weren't the only ones doing it. We were just better at it. Sorry. We Bad Boys. You ain't want none of that smoke. Now we're getting our respect. So these are going to be fun type of debates. Now, I do have a homeboy. I don't know if he might come on the show because he's a Marvel snob. He's very about the comic. Oh, it ain't every little thing in there. So I'm like, okay, I can't talk to this guy. As long as they're making the stuff, that's all I care about. I'm with you, fam. Today's going to be a dope show. After my great guest, Wendy Caverly, tomorrow for this show. Talk about Crusading Networking. She's doing phenomenal stuff. And then I guess you say Ground Floor be the after party. Where, well, I don't know. Licensing. Had to figure that out. That might be a thing I might incorporate down the road. But yeah, we might do some. We're gonna have some segments on there. It's gonna be pretty dope. And again, it's kind of GA classified. You're just gonna see the flyer. I might change up the flyer, might keep the same one, keep just flipping out there to you. Hey, new episode, new show, check it out, check it out. Ain't gonna tell you who's gonna be on there. None of that. Just check it out. And tell somebody because y'all gonna sit there like, oh wow, they have this show's crazy. But I like it. That's the whole point of ground floor. A good time. To where you're gonna like, man, y'all messed out. You gotta check this show out. They be talking about everything on there. We might cover some of the hottest topics going on in the world too, but I have a vision, and I think I can do my own little spin on this thing. And hey, if God put you on the path, man, and it's gonna be that half court three like Steph Curry. So it's gonna do what it's gonna do, as Ray would say. Make it do what it do, baby. Yeah, it's gonna do it. I'm just telling you. So don't miss out. Come join the fun. I'm talking to y'all there for an hour and 5 minutes. Appreciate everybody been rocking with me. Oh, at the last question, ask everybody else. What advice you have for someone trying to find a purpose? I always ask you to hold up. Tell me again how you vetting your guests, fam. The vetting will be act like you got some folks at home. This show is my baby. Don't embarrass me. Don't get on here and don't get brand new. Don't do none of that bull crap. Be yourself. I mean, it's kind of PG-13, I would say, if you give a disclaimer. But no, this is a grown and sexy vibe. Sorry we travel all that cussing, but a cuss word might drop out of there here and there. That's possible, but it's grown and sexy. I like you guys focus on. Don't get on here and get all wild and crazy because I will remove. But don't play them games. It's my name. You say build a ground now. Oh, that's Jeff's stuff. That's his brand. So you ain't gonna be on ground floor cutting up. Oh, we later at night. We about to this ain't pop the bottles and act all crazy. No. Drink your yak and your hen and whatever. You do that after the show. Don't come to the show like that. This ain't the type of party. I already have a brand. I ain't trying to mess that brand up. I'm trying to keep expanding on it. But you're gonna crack. I'm telling you right now. Make sure you stretch your legs out because I don't want you to almost have to run to the bathroom because you can't hold it because you're dying laughing so hard. Because you're gonna be cracking. You're gonna be laughing like, man, they fooling. This is what I need to check out. Have some fun. Talk about some stuff. Entertainment. I got what you need. I'm education and entertainment. Do it all for you. And as my family put out there, like I say, I like you got raised right. Yeah, that's law of the land. Whether you was a guest on the middle ground or potential guest for other stuff. It's all relative. Depending on what topic we're talking about, then you got something to add to it. You be a panel. And if you might want to be a guest on the ground floor, you reach out to me. And I'm a vet, see where you might fit in there, what topics we're talking about. And we're gonna have a good time. So as I'm about to say, last question, what advice has someone trying to find a purpose? Always seek God. Ask him. He created you, he knows better than you. Look at me. You couldn't tell me I'd be doing this right now. My goal was to get my degree and get some money and maybe do some music. I ain't think about no books, no podcasts, no TV show, let alone dropping another show. I don't think none of that. But you can tell God your plans, he gonna laugh like, your plans, let's say, might be like this. If God was sitting in front of you like, God, I'm going to be awesome, be 100,000 salary, nice Cadillac, blah, blah, blah. And to him, like this, he like, let me help him. What I have for you is like here. Don't my hands on you film the screen no more. So you think too small. Don't limit yourself. Believe the impossible can be possible. So our little thoughts be like this to him. And he like, mine is like this for you. So your journey will help you get the tools and talents needed for all of that when it's time for it to jump off. And my great co-host for the ground floor with Terry, she's awesome. Can't believe I've known her since 5th grade, boy. Wow, long time. It's gonna be a great. I love that. This has been great, fam. You made my night. Wish you must say some more with ground. Appreciate you, fam. Hey, keep telling the word out. Go check it out. Check out Ground Floor. There's gonna be more of this, but I got a co-host. I'm gonna have some other people on the show, and you're gonna be cracking up like, oh, they talking smack, but it's good smack. It's gonna be a good time. So that's my thought. See, guy, want to find your purpose. Once you give you some answers, do the research, start working on it. You will fail, but keep working because you're gonna get better at it. And I thank me for sharing with everybody. And I'd like to thank y'all for joining me on this second chapter of the journey of the brand, the middle ground with JLE Ground Floor, where we can agree to disagree and still be family. New show tomorrow, every Saturday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's going to be a good time. I hope y'all have fun. Hey, play it back or send it to somebody you know. Let them know you had a good time watching it. We gonna reminisce too. You know, I stopped smoking weed years ago, so I remember a lot of stuff back in the day. So we're gonna have a good time on the ground floor. But y'all have a great night, and check out Wendy Keverly tomorrow at 7, and the ground floor premiere 10:30 Eastern. Same bat time, same bat channel. LinkedIn profile Jeffrey Edwards, YouTube channel Middle Ground with JLE, Facebook Jeffrey Edwards, same hookup, live broadcast simultaneously on all three at the same time. Subscribe to the channel, click on your notifications, and get ready to have a good time tomorrow night. Good night, fam. Good night, everybody. Y'all have a safe evening. And here we go with the outro. Let's go.
313 Detroit's love, the Motor City. Detroit's love, can't nothing stop me. Detroit's love, I love my city. Detroit's love, that 313. Detroit raised me. Detroit's in me. Can't nothing stop me. 313 Detroit's love, the Motor City. Detroit's love, can't nothing stop me. Detroit's love, I love my city. Detroit's love.
Messed up.